What did you guys have as your New Year's resolution for the year 2025? Whatever accomplishments or things that you guys wanted to, do this year. And, overall, I would like to ask, how was 2025 for you guys? I would love to hear about how your guys' years went. But for myself, I do think 2025 has been the most mind-opening year. It has been a year of reflection and realization, and a year that has consistently kept me accountable for my own actions. I think 2025 gave me a lot of regrets. It gave me a lot of burdens and things that I struggle to forgive myself about. I think the year really stripped away my feeling of what it means to be happy. And I honestly don't remember the last time I woke up in the morning with a smile on my face or was genuinely happy to keep living another day. This year just felt like I'm climbing up a ladder. I was climbing up a ladder that had no end. A ladder that had traps in every step I would take, and like I wasn't supposed to climb it in the first place. And I do think this year has taught me life lessons that that will never go away from me. However, regardless of the hardships that this year has thrown on me, one of the biggest lessons that I've learned it is the idea of like, how do you forgive? And I know I made a video on this before, but I do want to bring it up again because I think it's very important. How do you forgive people that can disrespect you, that talk behind your back, and how do you not become consumed by that hatred and anger? And I would say I spent a good chunk of this year with pure hatred, with pure envy, and really bad, um, disgusting type of emotions. And I just didn't have the ability to get over certain things that people would say or do to me, and I was never able to let go. Um, and that caused me to ruin my own self worth and my own self respect. I would just, lash out and fight fire with fire, but when in reality, that action of fighting fire with fire is the reason why so many more issues came forth. And at times, I do question, as much as I am meant to forgive others, can I even forgive myself? And I would say that is the hardest realization, is that can I even forgive what I have done to others, even though they have done nothing to me? I have been a very unpredictable person, very annoying at times, and just a nuisance to be around. Um, you know, and I do think I am very happy that my friends were able to deal with it. But another question that gets brought up is like, can I really become a good person? At times, I did feel like this year didn't want me to succeed. It didn't want me to understand what acceptance meant. I just never felt like I had a escape or something, somewhere or something or someone to just, you know, go away from, just run away from my own thoughts and these problems. And it's very hard to become overwhelmed by so many things, and and at times it did make me question: is there a point of me being alive? I don't think I have felt this useless in any year of my life compared to this year. And as I said earlier, I did feel like I was a burden to my friends, my loved ones, and just everyone in general. And no matter what I would do, it would just become worse. I have lost people very, very special to me in my life to suicide, and it's something that I have had thoughts on, and I had to battle with earlier this year. And it is frustrating. Frustrating not being able to find answers to your problems, regardless of who you talk to and what you honestly do in your life. But I do think, on a more positive note, 2025 has built my own mental fortitude. It has built my mental health and really pushed it to the brink. And I do think I can go into 2026 being more productive with things that actually matter instead of the constant battle with my own thoughts. I do think that the year has essentially molded me molded me to become a much better person, and it has been a year that has given me multiple years worth of character development, which I am very grateful for. But yeah, that's all I really got. I'll see y'all next time.